Hello, world. You're joining Sessions with the Sarge, and today I'm so lucky to be joined by Taylor Elliot. And we are just these kind of conversations are all about just catching up on what's going on in your world and how quarantine and how everything's been going. So, where are you at, and what are you up?
What's up, everybody? I'm in Truckee, California right now. I am actually trimming weed, making some money for the quarantine, trying to pay bills and whatnot. Everyone knows how that goes. And yeah, other than that, I've been in Salt Lake most of the time.
Perfect. How was, one of my first questions was, how was your season going from, like, you did quite a few years in Tahoe and then to switch it up and go to Salt Lake? What was the difference there?
It was super fun. I mean, I love Truckee, California, but I was at a point where I just wasn't feeling that creatively inspired anymore. And my fiance Brandon Cocard and I just decided to move to Salt Lake and switch it up. And my mom lives there and my brother, so it was a pretty natural move and transition, and it was super fun. New faces, riding Brighton all winter was super fun.
Yeah, a lot of the time just switching it up and being around a whole bunch of new people is so positive when you're snowboarding, don't you think?
Oh, totally. It just pushes you a little bit more, just to try some new things and be around some new faces, and.
So what kind of got you into snowboarding, Taylor? What were some of the, when did it all start? I just want a quick little, I know it can't go super fast, but historical background of what got you into it and where that was and that little history.
So I grew up in a town called Kewaskum, Wisconsin, and my dad was a ski bum his whole life. And so me and my sisters, I'm a triplet, and my older brother, he's a year older. My dad threw us on skis when we were 3, and then my brother snowboarded, and I just thought it was a lot cooler, so I just kind of tried it out, and then was hooked at 12, and here I am today.
Oh, that's super cool. Yeah. Does your family still go to the mountain a lot, or are they still mountain culture?
My dad skis every single day he can. He gets at least 180 days every year. He lives in Wisconsin, but he skis every single day.
Damn, that's motivating factor right there, huh?
Yeah, he's a diehard.
I'm trying to get the 180 days, dude. Like daddy, dude. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, he's so gnarly. He has 2 blown out knees, and he works 12-hour days construction, and he still skis every single day.
And what was that local mountain considered in Wisconsin? What place would you go?
It's called Sunburst Ski Hill. It's 300 feet tall. There was 2 chairlifts and 3 rope tows.
So that's where you kind of fell in love with it, and then you kind of moved out west to bigger mountains.
Yeah, I moved to Salt Lake with my mom at about 15 or 16, and then at about 18 I moved to Truckee and stayed there for 8 years, and naturally came back to Salt Lake, I suppose, just this winter.
How was it this season when we kicked off the season in Mammoth with that monster tour? When we got up in that backcountry, I loved how I remember one of my distinct memories from the season was the 2 of us in that kind of fluty chute at the very end of the hike at the summit, and I remember you put on some hard rock and we were just jamming out, just trying to plow out those last footsteps.
We're gonna go. We are not giving up. You and me, buddy.
No, man. That I think that rock really helped us just pound it out. Oh, man.
Flower Traveling Band. That was a good one. It's a Japanese metal band, and that got us there.
Yeah, that was fun. Just to kick off. Sometimes it's fun to just do something different like that and get the season going, and then
totally get the legs under you.
Exactly.
It's a nice long tour.
Exactly. Yeah, I ask sometimes people other team riders and stuff to ask some questions. And so I got one from Emma Crosby. She wanted to know, how many Lime-A-Ritas does it take to get back from Jackson Hole?
I think it was
3.
3? At least 3, yeah. Me and
Okay.
Emma in the back of Madison Blackley's truck. This tiny little little back seat, and we just had a couple limeritas. It's a good old time.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And she has another follow-up question she wanted to know. She said, have you been taking this downtime to dial in your backflips?
No.
Not yet.
Definitely not. I still have not conquered a backflip.
So how long are you going to be out in like the Tahoe area? Just for another month or so, or
just a week? I'm just out here for like a 10-day work trip and then go back home.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Feels good just to get a little bit mobile, I'm sure. Like just doing, yeah.
It's definitely like strange being on the road, like going to the gas station with mask and gloves, and I mean it's strange, there's not too many people out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Lonely territory.
So are you planning on you'll go back to Salt Lake and then just kind of like unwind there and spend the rest of the summer?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, get a real job at some point when it's when we can.
What is kind of like the vibe in Salt Lake? Like what do you usually get into? You go like swimming or like exploring or just hang around? Yeah.
It's gonna be my first summer there, but usually, my routine there is usually me and Brandon wake up, take our dog Brew on a hike or walk, and then spend the rest of the day. Brandon's usually making music, and I've been getting into some Pilates online, and things like that, and cooking, I suppose, and yeah, I think camping hopefully soon.
I got a chance to hear Brandon's band actually this year for the first time. Yeah, live. Yeah, I saw them live when they were all tuned in on their. What's the name of the band again?
They just actually changed their name. It was Future Mystic. It's
Future Mystic.
Paper Dog is the new name.
So, oh, awesome!
So be on the lookout. Yeah.
That's killer. Yeah. Do you get involved in any of the band stuff, or do you like to go to the shows, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty much at every single show. I would consider myself a Penny Lane of Brandon's.
That's amazing. Yeah, it was really good hearing Future Mystic. They came out, they were on the road with Absinthe Films, and I got to hop on their tour bus and see a little bit of how they're living, and then check out the tunes, and it was next level.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I got lucky. I got to go on 2 Europe tours with Absinthe, and he was playing in a band called Easy Giant, and so I got super lucky, just tour bus through Europe, and it was awesome. Crazy experience for sure.
Yeah, those things are nonstop. Like just like it never seems like it turns off.
It does not turn off.
Who was so do you have kind of like a crew that you like traditionally ride with most of the time, or like what do you have? Just like do you kind of bounce around with different friends that you want to go out with, or how does like a traditional winter day?
I guess if I'm going to Brighton, I'll usually go up with Madison or Emma, or just anyone else I like see up there, Brandon, and other than that, like filming with Uninvited, I'll go out with Jess, and this winter I spent time with Madison and Dara and Jess. Yeah, they all came to Salt Lake for a little bit. And,
is the Uninvited like the more or less like where your footage and like the majority of like your work of snowboarding is going into right now?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And is that, do you know if they have, I know a lot of projects that are probably looking to do another season, or is this a video are you guys dropping it this next year, or?
Yeah, it's undecided. Not really sure. It could come out in the fall. Yeah, we don't really know yet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What's your process when you go into like filming for a project? Like, do you kind of like to like, I was weird. I used to like have like a notepad, like moleskin book, and like I'd write down like what trick I got and where, and like who was with me, and just like had this little mental log so that I wouldn't do like 45 frontside sevens, like I want to like mix it up. And do you do something similar? Do you let it flow, or like?
Yeah, I would say I have like a mental log, and obviously like goals of what I'd like to see in a part, but it kind of changes day to day depending on the spot. You get there and you're like, oh, I'll definitely do this trick, and then you're like, well, never mind.
Yeah.
Switch it up.
Exactly, dude. That's so cool. Yeah, it was really fun to get a chance to do some riding together this year, but looking forward to more of that in the future.
Yeah, same. I'm hoping to get out to Hood this summer, see what happens there if it opens, and what happens in this strange time, you know?
I know, man. I guess it's like the bottom line is, as far as like quarantine and all of this, is like none of us have the answers, and like none of us know what we're going to be allowed to do and what. Like, you know, I keep thinking to myself, like, I'd like to do some, like, maybe a spring session or two around Baker, or I'd like to, like, definitely like to get to Mount Hood. And it's interesting to see like what the camps will do, because, you know, those are pretty large gathering of people. So
Yeah, totally.
I guess we're at the will of what they allow to happen, you know?
Yeah, day by day into the unknown, I suppose.
Yeah. Did it feel nice just to be out on the road a little bit when you took off from Salt Lake to go to Reno? Like, I know you were saying it's crazy, like filling up, but just to get out and do a little something.
Yeah, just to feel like I'm on an adventure, you know, just to feel like, all right, I'm out there again in the world, you know.
I know. I feel like that's key for us, is like the type of people that we are, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%, or 100% felt a little spark again, you know.
Awesome. Well, I think that's pretty much, you know, about it. What's kind of on the menu when you're up there? Do you do like one store run and like load up, or you got like supplies?
Yeah, we've been doing every 2 weeks grocery store run.
Yeah.
Limiting, you know. But
yeah.
Every 2 weeks, it's a big store run, and you know, from there keeping it mellow and staying home, I suppose.
Yeah, that's like exactly what our family's been into. Is like we're at the end of our supplies right now, so we'll do another store run, and that'll go for another couple of weeks or so. So
yeah, how's Rowan? What does she think of all this?
You know, she's doing really good through it all. Like, she doesn't have school, that's hard on her. Like, she'll be like, I miss my friends from school, you know, and then sometimes she's just like, you know, lately she's totally getting it, you know, like, even though like she's not at an age where I'm gonna like sit her down and have like a full-blown conversation about what's going on, you know, but like, you know, the other day she'll be like, Dad, like, when everybody feels better, I want to go to the aquarium, or like, you know, Dad, like, I want to go to the zoo and do something. And like, she's picking up on it on her own. She just had wrapped up like right here doing Zoom ballet.
No
so like,
way, that's so cute.
Yeah, her ballet company is like kept it rolling through this, and they had like, you know, they have like 8 of her friends on the screen, and then they give her a dance move, and then she does it, and like, so there's,
that's adorable.
Yeah, so ballet must go on. That's still rocking.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, it's motivating and you know, you spend a ton of time you know, with your daughter is not a bad thing. So like, I just been kind of embracing it. We've been doing a lot of like walks and hikes and checking stuff out, and you know, like eating good food and gardening and getting our hands dirty. And so yeah, it's like I can't really complain. You know, I'm just grateful that I have like what I do have. I don't think about too much like what I don't have, you know.
Totally. How's your wife doing being on the front lines of all of this?
She's doing super good. She's been working. She usually works like 72 hours. She just got back from Saturday, Sunday, Monday shift. So she's back Tuesday, Wednesday, and she's been doing really good. I got nothing but the utmost respect for all of them, kind of putting themselves out there for all of us. And it's ever so the reason why we just got to get through this. And, you know, I think they're starting to get some more like positive numbers and stuff coming through of like cases, and it doesn't seem to be on the ascent anymore. It's more on the descent. So that's really positive. And like, you know, we're trying to just like maintain that. And yeah, when she's back around, we hang, and when she goes to work, you know, me and Ro hang. So it's been good.
Yeah. Well, awesome.
Awesome. Well, have a great time out there, and thank you for joining Sessions with the Sarge.
Yeah, thank you, Sarge. Good to hear from you.
You rule, Taylor. It's awesome to talk. All right.
All right.